Hello friends, welcome to my channel Emulation Nerd, and today we will be primarily focusing on database concepts. Talking about database concepts, let me give you a small walkthrough what our discussion is going to be all about. So firstly we will discuss on some database concepts and some introduction to database, concurrency, integrity, etc. Furthermore, our introduction will lead to database management systems, NoSQL as well as CAP theorem. Now let me give you a brief introduction. What is a database? So a database is a set of data organized in such a way that it is easy to access, manage and update them. The data must remain safe and secure, not susceptible to unauthorized access or modification. Concurrency is when multiple users access the database at the same time. There are also concurrency problems if there aren't appropriate control to synchronize the properties and maintain the asset properties of transactions that affect the database. Data in this case may lose integrity and become inconsistent. And integrity is when data is correct according to the domain business rules and references. Therefore, integrity control is a set of securities or rules that are used to maintain data integrity. In other words, system procedures for validating data. Data may become incorrect due to hardware failures, incorrect updates, software defects, insertion of invalid data, and human errors. For those who don't know what the ACID properties are, or those who might have missed my previous video, so I have explained a bit what are the ACID properties and how are they important in database management as well as in data engineering. So I'm attaching my link to that video in the description below. Please go through that video and have a view. Now moving towards the database management system, let's see what a database management system really is. So database management system is a software package designed to store, manage and maintain database is secure, safe and consistent. Narrow information required ACID properties. Social networks, for example. There are other technologies that don't comply the ACID properties and are also called NoSQL databases. And a NoSQL database is a non-relational database that is highly scalable, fault tolerant and specifically designed to have semi-structured and unstructured data. Now let's revise some of the concepts related to NoSQL technology, that is consistency, availability and partition tolerance, also called the CAP theorem. Let me write it down here for you in order to make this thing a bit more clear. C stands for consistency, A stands for availability, and P stands for partition tolerance. And the CAP theorem expresses a triple constraint related to distributed database systems. It states that a distributed database system running in a cluster can only provide two of these properties. First being the consistency. So consistency states that a read from any node results in the same data across multiple nodes. Second being the availability. Availability, the extent to which data that is required will be presented to the user with no delay. And third being the partition tolerance. So partition tolerance, the database systems can tolerate communicate outages that split a cluster or set of computers where data is stored or contained in multiple silos and can eventually still service some read or write requests. There is another characteristics of NoSQL database. Base. Base is the database design principle. Let me first write it down for you. So base is a database design principle based on the CAP theorem and stands for basically available, soft state and eventual consistency. So it is the abbreviated form of basically available, soft state Now, this means that data will be available but not consistent all the time. Thus, results may change if some data is requested again. Now, let's see an example regarding this. Here in this example, you can see that there are two users, user A and user B, and there are three peer nodes in the database management system. So all the three peer nodes have the same columns named as ID and amount with the same data previously. So in case of soft state of NoSQL database, we have in the first place user A updates a record on peer A. Here you can see update with ID 2 to be 23. So we need to update it. Let's just update it first. So 2 to be 23. Yeah, and after updating, then before the other peers are updated, user B requests the same data from the peer C. After that, the database is now in the soft state and still data is returned to user B. As you can see that for ID2, the data returned to user B is 29. I somehow missed the user B name. Let me first write it down. Yeah, with this example you will be clear about the soft state concept and the base concept in the database management systems. Now that we have seen all the concepts of information systems, it's very important that you have a look first on which are the requirements of each information system you want to implement. In case of data, it's very important consistent, reliable, safe and secure OLTP on relational database systems are the best option. In case of analysis of historical data, OLAP systems are the best suited for that. In the case of data where it is not very important to be consistent but are available all the time, NoSQL databases are the best options. So guys, this is all about the database concepts in the data engineering module. The second concept, probably the second concept in the data engineering module, and further in this module we will be learning about the designing of the databases, the first being the conceptual design. So probably in the next video we will be discussing about the conceptual designs and furthermore taking into the further design concepts. So let's tune in, like, comment and subscribe as well as press the bell icon. So see you guys in the next video. Stay well and sound.